I warmly welcome you all to this insightful and interesting session on game development. Let's explore the world of game development. Over to you, Hansini.
Thank you, Chandali. It's time to introduce our esteemed speaker for today's session, Mr. Kavindu Priyanath. He is a game engineer and gamification consultant. Today, he is here to guide you into the exciting world of game development. With his vast experience and deep passion for games and gamification, we are truly honored to have him with us. Without further ado, let's welcome Mr. Kavindu Priyanath.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. So thank you for inviting me. Actually, wait, I'll share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir, we can see.
Okay, sure. Thank you. Uh, so hello guys. So today I'm going to talk about introduction to game development. So this is the content plan that I'm going to talk about today. So before I start the session, I'll introduce myself first. My name is Kavindu Priyanath. I'm currently working as a game engineer at SpaceTimer. And before that, I have worked with several local and foreign game studios. And I also make content on LinkedIn about game design and market research related topics by partnering up with two market intelligence tools. So that's it about me. And let's move on to today's session. So let's start with what is game development. Uh, Simply said, game development is the process of making games. However, depending on the scope of the games that we are going to make and what is our targeted platform is, and the team that we are working with, the process of making a game could vary dramatically. So before we start diving further, let's break some ice on a few terms here that we are going to use throughout the session. So some may be already familiar with this. So AAA means otherwise known as AAA games are games made with bigger budgets and larger teams or a long development cycle. Some example of such games are GTA games and Call of Duty games. And then we have double A games, which have much decent budget and a smaller team than triple A games and but more creative freedom and much resources. So some examples for double A games are Hellblade, Remnant type games. And then at last we have indie games. Indie games are mostly either a solo developer or a small team working on the game. And they might have a budget and they might not have a budget, but they have a lot of creative freedom. Uh, so then, when it comes to games, it's not just about programming. Uh, a game needs to have art that can be 2D or 3D, and also UI, sound, music, and also revenue model. So as a start, let's see who are the people working on games. So at first, we have game developer. This is the most common role in this field. It's basically the person who programs a game. Also, a game developer might be using a game engine or a framework to get a prototype running and then improve it by adding different assets and other stuff. Game developers in toolset would include one or multiple game engines, and I have included some here. These are namely Unity, Unreal, Godot, and there are a few others here as well. And other than that, depending on the studio, they might be using a custom game engine of their own, especially with the AAA studios. They are tend to use their own custom engines for their games. So that is first role, and that is game developer. Next we have game designer. This is, however, not a very commonly, not a role that can be commonly seen in Sri Lanka. So a game designer is basically a person who plan out the whole thing, like the rules, the systems, and the overall experience of the game. So actually, this is a wide role, and a person needs to have a very wide skill set to do a better job here. And it can be divided into many parts as well. As you can see, I have added some subset of the role like system designer, narrative designer, economy, monetization designer, etc. Uh, and when the studio is a big studio, there's going to be multiple people working on each of these roles. But when it comes to smaller indie teams, there might be only a single game designer, or otherwise it would be a game developer who will be handling the game designer task. So game designers skill set include having knowledge, having a good knowledge of the field, like knowing what worked before and what didn't work before, and also he need to have creativity and very need to be very passionate, and also he needs to understand. He needs to have a understanding of tech stack like researching tools, designing tools, and also game engines as well. Uh, they might be mostly using, however, things like Excel, documentation tools, diagrams tools, and in some cases just pen and paper. So that is the game designer. Next we have CG team. CG team is the team responsible for the looks of the game. This team usually have several key roles like concept artists, 2D, 3D artists, figures, animators, VFX artists, etc. Each of these roles are specialized in different areas, but some may overlap sometimes. And when it comes to the tools they use, they will be using tools like Blender, Maya, Photoshop, Cinema 4D type tools. Then there's a very important role in the gaming industry called technical artist. He's like the backbone of a game development team. These people are the ones who bridge the gap between the programming teams and the visual teams. So these guys are well versed in both above areas. Like they know how to create tools that could automate those workflows, and also they know how to set up pipelines, how to integrate assets. So they are like the middle person who manages the both programming team and the CG team. So other than that, there can be many roles actually in a game development team, depending on the studio and the project that they are working on, like game producers, QA engineers, etc. So now we have discussed what each of these persons do. Let's see how the things that they do falls into the correct place and make a game. So now we are going to see the game development pipeline in the just like in software engineering, like the software development lifecycle. In game development, we also have a pipeline, and it might depend on the studio and the project again. For the simplicity, I have separated it into 6 parts. First one is ideation, prototyping, production, testing, launch, and maintenance. So we'll go through each one of them and see what they have and what they do. So let's start with the ideation. So this is where it all starts. It's like the foundation phase. Here the goal is to validate the game idea and plan the production roadmap. Here we typically do a market research and figure out a game concept, genre that we are going to work with, target platform, and then would make a game design document. It is called GDD. It's more like SRS in the software development term. Then once you got a good understanding of how the game is going to look like, then we would move on to the next stage, which would be the prototyping stage. Here in prototyping stage, it's like the experimental phase. So, like it's where the ideas we have collected get tested before going into full production mode. Here, the goal is to build a quick, small version of the core game. This early stage builds help us to identify what is fun and what is not, and what is feasible and what works and what don't work, like stuff. Also, these prototypes do not need to be polished. They are just need to be like playable. So the main target of playing a prototype is to get the game feel, not the game looks. So after we have created a working prototype and we have tested it, then we move on to the next phase, which is production. So in the production is where the real building happens. We implement all the functionalities of the game and then integrate them with the art, sound, and other type of assets. And then we will be ready. We can be readying a demo vertical size depending on the game we are working. Also, we'll be doing some things like alpha testing, beta testing here as well. Here, the goal is to complete a game, full version of a game. Then I have also added another testing stage. Here, basically, what happens is playtesting and bug fixing. Here, actually, first, this stage also can be started along with the prototyping stage, since we check for user experience, difficulty, and fun factor by testing the game. And once we have completed a full version of the game, we test for bugs, glitches, performance issues, type of things. And after these QA feedbacks are implemented in the game, then we can go on to the launch in the game. So in the launching period, we will be doing trailers, social media campaigns like things. So here happens a lot of marketing type things. Actually, we might be publishing to a platform like Steam if it is a PC game, and if it is a mobile one, we'll be publishing to a platform like Google Play, or we'll be publishing to multiple platforms at the same time. Also, here the launch process can happen stage-wise. Like we will not be giving the game to all the people around the world. That is called soft launch actually. Or we will be doing a global launch, giving all the people access at the same time. So after launching, it doesn't end there. Then we have to maintain the game. So once we have published a game, we will need to continuously fix the bugs, make the improvement, and respond to the community feedback. Well, this phase actually includes things like DLCs, patches, and live events. The goal of this phase is to get the players to stay within the game and improve the game's life cycle. So these are the stages that we are typically follow in making a game. But again, this could vary depending on the studio that we are working with. So since now we know who are working on games and what is the process behind making a game, let's take a look at the state of the gaming industry to figure out what is going on there, and then also take a look at how Sri Lanka has been doing throughout this time period. So here I have divided the timeline of the gaming industry into three parts. I'm naming the first part as the golden age of games, and that is the time period before 2018. And then second time period, 2019 to 2023, I'm naming as the acquisition age, and after 2024 up until present, I'm naming as the efficiency era. So let's move on to the first time period, which is golden age of games. So in this time period, it is when actually the developers and gaming studios actually focused on making good games. Starting from arcade games, then came consoles, PCs, game engines, and then flash games. With the flash games, actually, there's a huge price on the web market. But then flash games got discontinued and web games going it started falling down. And also this is the time rise of the mobile games happened as well. Uh, so this period was actually quite good. Like many good games were released and players really loved them. But however, there was a big problem lurking behind this time, and that leads to the period of time, which is the acquisition age, and that happened during 2019 to 2023. So by this time, the market was getting saturated due to all the games that came in. So the biggest problems developers and game studios had was how to reach players, like how to get players into the game and how to send their game to the players. So since that, the importance of the user acquisition is skyrocketed, and at that time, due to that reason, came publishers and ad companies. So they were saying like they could take the developers' games to the players and they would charge some fee, like something. So that is what actually happened in the acquisition age during 2019 to 2023. So in this era, the game developers and studios' main target was to how to scale and acquire new players. So, but it didn't last very long. Uh, by 2024, the cost of getting new players into the game also got too high. So developers and studios then start taking a different approach. Instead of trying to get new players into the game, they thought, why not try to keep the existing players within the game without letting them leave? So in this time period, many people tried to research on a subject like it's basically player psychology, player behavior. Uh, like things to figure this out. Also, it was the time the AI tools started coming in more frequently. So, as a result, game studios also tried to get the benefit of this by get more things done by spending less. So, there was a lot of layoffs happened during last year as well in the gaming industry due to this reason. So this is a brief summary of gaming industry's history, highlighting what happened during each time period. Since now we know what happened in the gaming industry, let's see what happened in Sri Lankan gaming industry. So we know Sri Lanka has released some games specifically for PC market, targeting PC market, and some for mobile market as well. Uh, but mainly these two markets are the markets that Sri Lankan game developers has focused on. So these are the top games of each market that were released by Sri Lankan game developers and how much they have made. So it seems that there are a few games from single developer uh, that were released during 2015 to 2017 and had made over 2.3 million actually in revenue. So then most of the games on the top left part uh, would be you guys would remember some of these games. And on the right side, we have mobile games. Actually, mobile games, there are a lot more mobile games from Sri Lankan developers, but I only included the top rating and highest paying ones. However, these numbers may be confusing to some of you. So, Since we go further, let's get some understanding of how we can earn money through games. So when it comes to monetizing a game or earn money from a game, it depends on the platform that we are going to publish the game. Platform could be PC, mobile, for the most common known ones. And then there are more platforms actually. But before moving on to platforms, let's see this. So there can be a few commonly known ways to earn money from a game. First one is selling a game. We can sell a game for a price, and when a player purchases a game, we can earn money. Then we have ads. We can show advertisement inside games and get paid through that, just like YouTube videos. And then we have IAPs, which are known as in-app purchases or microtransactions. Here we can let players buy different stuff through games. So other than these are the most commonly known ones, but other than that, there are many ways to monetize a game. We can have brand sponsorships, DLCs, subscription, and many more. So let's see what are the platforms that I was talking before. So I'll start with the PC platform, since it is the most familiar one with everyone. So when we think of PC game, it's the AAA games like, sorry, AAA games titles instantly comes into our mind, like giving the feeling that if we need to succeed on this platform, we need a high quality game. But that is not entirely true. When it comes to the PC market, what we need is a game that can stand out from the rest of the uh, also, there's a huge factor then we can assess, like if we can get a game to if we can get a streamer to play a game, that would also help very much. So here I have included some games. Uh, some of these games are actually made by one developer or a very small game development team, but some have very engaging names, and some had very crafting, fascinating trailers, and some had selected very trending themes. And since that, they got viral and they got earn a lot of money. So then let's say we did make a small PC game. So the next question is that comes into the mind is where I can put that game. So we have a bunch of options for that. We can publish the game to gaming platforms like Steam, but there we have to pay a cost upfront. However, there are also platforms like itch.io, which allows us to publish games for free. Then we have mobile market. So this is actually another big market. I'm not sure whether you guys can clearly see the image, the numbers in the image, but here we have the earnings of the top mobile games in a day. Yeah, these are really big numbers for a single game in a single day. So here in mobile market, games can be categorized into four categories. First one is the casual games. These are the games like Candy Crush, which are made targeting mass market, and they have easy to learn mechanics, but at the same time they are hard to master. Then we have hyper casuals. These games actually started servicing more and more from 2018. They have a very simple mechanic and has made targeting short play sessions of regular people. And then we have hybrid casuals. These actually are a extended version of hybrid casual games that have both simplicity and depth at the same time. Then finally we have mid-core games. Actually, in this image, most of the games this image shows are mid-core games. So mid-core games are the games that are made for more dedicated players with a deep gameplay systems. Uh, Actually Clash of Clans type games. So then let's check out the web market. So web market was actually quite big before 2010, but and most of them was Flash games by then. But since the Flash got discontinued and web games started to fall down, but with the advancement of the technologies like Unity 6 and other technologies like Face uh, and web game engines like Play Canvas, uh, web games are on the rise again. Uh, it's actually they are not only rising, but also making a platform for a few other markets as well. If we name some of this market, there's gamification market, social gaming market, Web3 market, iGaming, or otherwise known as betting game market. So they are like making those markets as well. So if any of you is planning to make a web game, these are the ideal technologies you could use. Like you have Face, Unity, Construct, Play Canvas, etc. These are all game engines and game framework. Um, Also, I have listed some platforms that you can publish your games if you made any web games. So that is the web market. Then move to UGC. Actually, this is quite new market. UGC mean user generated content. So with the growth of Roblox, I think you all know Roblox. Many UGC platforms have been rising during the past few years. These platforms basically let users to create their own games inside the platform and allow them to publish those games there and earn money from them. So many people think that it's kids are the ones who play Roblox more, but actually the daily active most of the daily active users of the Roblox are over age 13. Also, when it comes to Fortnite, most of the audience is between age 18 to 21. So these are massive platforms with big audiences, and brands can use these type of platforms to uh, for their marketing campaigns, and they're actually doing that. And since then, there has been more and more UGC platform coming up, and it's actually a good place for brands to market their products within games and access those audiences in the games. So other than this explain platform and markets, there are many others. However, I'm not going to go through each and one of them. So there's console, Web3, iGaming, social, esport, gamification, and lastly, gameplay. So yeah, just want to where to start. So since now we know who works on the game and the process of making a game and how to make money from a game, and also we looked at what is going on in the gaming industry and which platform we can make games for. So let's see what kind of resources we have to learn game development as a beginner. Uh, as a beginner, we can always start from YouTube. There's a plenty of great channels teaching all you need to know about them, about game development. I have listed some here, like Practice, Code Monkey, GDC, GMTK, etc. Apart from YouTube, you can also listen to podcasts, read articles, and even do a course if you need. But actually, there's a lot of free content, so doing a course is really unnecessary. And also, there's game jams. Uh, Game jams are competitions where we need to make a game under a specific time period that matches with the given theme. These game jams could be 2 days long or to 1 month long. Uh, and game jams are actually a really good starting point for beginners to complete their first games because making your very first game is always the hardest because you think you need to add this and that, and then you keep doing that and not complete the game. Uh, but with the game jam, you have a certain deadline and you need to complete it by that time I submit it. So it is a great place for beginners to complete this game. Also here I have added top game jams like GMDK game jam, Ludum Dea, and Practice game jam. Uh, so and these are not the only resources for learning game development. A quick Google search would give you many results actually. Uh, so, what about local resources? When it comes to local resources, about 2 years ago, we did not have much local resources for learning game development and anything regarding game development. But now we have a few communities actually. There's a club called SLGDC, which has a Facebook community and a Discord community. There are sessions that are going on there on a monthly basis by different game studios and different game developers. And then also there's a platform for searching game development related jobs called SL Game Jobs. And also there's a community called Levels there that make monthly game jam that organize monthly game jams as well. So what else? So uh, apart from just learning game development, there are a few things actually we need to learn. As I said earlier, this is a really tough industry actually, and surviving in it is also hard due to less jobs and many layoffs. So if anyone is thinking to move into this industry, there are a couple more things that she should be aware of. First one is building a presence. Uh, no matter how talented you are, if you are not showing yourself off, no one can see you. So uh, always you need to market yourself because job market is really tough and not very stable either. Also, since there can be layoffs at any time, especially with big studios. Then second point is we need to diversify our skill set. We should not only depend on one tech stack or one subdomain. We should always need to keep grinding, learning new things because industry is changing very rapidly. Then we need to have a passion to struggle actually because making games is not as easy as it sounds, even the most simple ones. So there could be a simple bug that would take days to fix. So actually, you should have passion, otherwise you would get burnout and uh, feel frustrated. Uh, yeah. So actually, that was all I was going to talk about today. I think I have talked too soon. Sorry, speed. Uh, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kavindu Priyanath, for that engaging session. Your knowledge and experience have provided us with valuable insights into game development.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kavindu Priyanath, for that insightful and inspiring session. Your expertise and experience have certainly added immense value to this event, and we are truly grateful for your time. We would now like to present you with a token of appreciation as a small gesture of appreciation, though it may be modest. It reflects our sincere gratitude for your contribution to techXplore 1.0 and for sharing your knowledge with us today. Once again, thank you, Mr. Kavindu Priyanath, for being a part of this session.
Before we conclude, here is some exciting. We have more amazing sessions lined up for you in the upcoming weeks. So you can stay updated through our official WhatsApp groups. So stay tuned and don't miss out on these insightful and interesting sessions.
As we come to the end of today's session, I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Kavindu Priyanath for sharing his expertise, to all our participants for your enthusiasm, and to everyone who contributed to organizing this event. A special thank goes to our sponsors for supporting TechXplore 1.0 and helping us to bring these learning opportunities to all of you. Um, as there are no questions, that all for today. Thank you for joining us and we look forward to seeing you at our next session. Have a great night.